Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Dacia campaign. Last time we dealt some massive blows to the Macedonians, took out one of their huge armies with 2,400 troops. After that battle we moved south with Scythii the Conqueror to hopefully witness a battle between the Greeks and the Brutii at Thermon. There are two huge armies here, and I brought some reinforcements. I don't really intend to use my own strength that much in this battle, but we can start a battle here. Watch a huge battle between the Greeks and the Romans, and hopefully the Greeks pull something off and defeat the Romans in spectacular fashion. In the north, we push across the river and have besieged Campus Scythii, and this turn we can take it. We have the rams, we have the troops, and the reinforcements with all those horse archers are too far away to do anything about it. So we'll do that later this turn. And over by Segestica, we finally defeated Lugatorix's army. All that's left is a couple of troops here, commanded by Captain Burdick. So we are finally feeling a little bit safer from the Gauls, just as we are attacked by the Brutii, so we are no longer feeling safe about Salona. So Betsina has been busy fighting off Lugatorix, and I believe he will continue to be busy fighting off Captain Nero and all of his cronies down at Apollonia. First things first, we have, a lot we can do this turn. I want to see if I can get a battle between the Greeks and the Brutii. I want to start with a bang. So let's see if we can start this. I don't know if we have the move points for it. Nope, not quite. All right, next turn we will hopefully be able to start this battle between the Greeks and the Brutii. But for now, we do have a battle that we can start up at Campus Scythii. Skyluris has brought probably our most technologically advanced army to the walls of the Scythians. Let's go ahead and attack. And let's see what they brought. Zippoetes, their faction leader. He's alright. He has armor for +1 morale, but he has sanguinary for -1 morale. He's got 5 stars of command, so that's good. And energetic is a great trait to have. 15% discount on construction cost, 10% bonus to movement points, +3 management, but won't help him here. As energetic as he may be, he'll still die behind his walls, impaled by archers. So I'm not sure it really helps him out. Let's go ahead and start this battle. And I'm not too sure about the campaign strategy of the Scythians because they trained all these horse archers, a huge army, and they marched them out in the field. I get that you want your cavalry kind of moving on the steppe because they have move points, but he left his city completely undefended. I mean, just a couple of axemen. Yeah, not really going to do much against all these archers. So I really don't think that was his best decision of the year, but at least he's energetic. Anyway, I'm just going to start with 2 rams. We'll take the ones commanded by the Folksmen and the Warband, maybe a third one as well. We'll just grab these rams and knock down the walls on either side of the gate and the gate itself. And then we'll bring up our archers, see if we can get some kills on whoever happens to be hanging out near the walls. And we'll keep our warhounds nearby as well. It'd be useful to just send them in to slow down whoever's defending the walls. But let's see what they've drawn up with. So their warhounds are near the gate, which is not a good idea because warhounds are very susceptible to archer fire. We brought a lot of archers. Oh wow, the chosen archers already have range on the war dog, so they're firing already. We're going to send in our standard archer warband, and let's see what we can get a shot on. Nothing yet. Yeah, these archers don't have the best range. Get a little bit closer. Crazy how much range these chosen archer warband have though. And it looks like we already killed a few handlers, and with each handler that dies, all of the dogs that came with that handler die as well. So that's why they're so vulnerable to archer fire. Definitely not a good start for them. So our archers have a shot on a few different units. Looks like they're targeting these axemen over here. That's good for me. We want to weaken up the heavy infantry nice and early in the battle. And I'm going to send my chosen archer warband a little bit closer, because if they can get a shot on this barbarian warlord and begin weakening that, that would be perfect, because that's the most dangerous thing that the Scythians have in this battle. 89 heavy cavalry is always going to be hard to deal with, no matter what army you brought. So we're in range now with our chosen archer warband. They'll get a few shots in, and I'm sure this general will move. They don't want to sit here and just eat arrows, but any damage we can do is worth doing. Looks like they're retreating out of range. We'll just continue firing at whatever we can reach. All of our archers are firing right now. Fire at these warhounds. I think warhounds are the best target here. Again, they take about 4 times as much damage from each arrow, so I'm happy with that. Looks like we don't have the best shots here. All of these were missed. Not really sure what they were firing at, but yeah, just fire whatever you can reach. These warhounds are down to 64. Yeah, not going well for them. These axemen are looking a little bit weak as well. And we'll just continue firing at whatever we can reach. Let's fire at these axemen, the strongest unit here. Looks like they might just charge out the front gate, which would be a strange choice. Maybe they won't. Yeah, I don't know. They might charge out the front gate. We're just gonna keep firing, hang out here, just shoot at whatever you can reach. It's all good. So the chosen archers are, wow, they're still reaching these warhounds over here. That's crazy. And ooh, we can reach the barbarian warlord for just a moment. We'll get some shots in over here. Don't really know how they have a shot. Let's see if they actually have a shot. Might be blocked by the wall. No, we're actually hitting them. That's crazy. Yep, just fire whatever you got at whatever you can reach. Definitely happy to land any shots on this warlord. And the other archers are actually doing a good job. They've weakened up these axemen a lot. I think they'll be in range of these axemen over here pretty soon as well. Maybe we'll just target these warhounds now that the warlord's moved out of range. Yeah, just fire off whatever you got. You guys not have a shot on anyone? No, not quite. Kind of a tedious start to this battle, but we've already killed 48% of the enemy and we haven't taken a single casualty. So definitely worth doing at the start of the battle. This is the crazy advantage of bringing long-range archers. Well, having archers, period. After playing as this Spanish for so long, just to have archers is so useful. I'm going to reposition my chosen archer warband because they're kind of just firing into a wall right now. So from here, they may have a shot on the warlord for just a moment. And all of our other archers are totally slaughtering these warhounds and these axemen. I feel like these chosen swordsmen might take some damage, so I'm going to back them up. I don't want them taking any damage. And I'll tell these chosen archer warband to just hold off for now, because I think the warlord will come back into range. Yes, he did. Let's get a little more damage in over here. Alright, out of range again. We'll just stop. Don't pursue. No need. There we go, back in range. We'll just keep this dance going as long as we have ammunition. And let's go ahead and send in the war dogs. I'm not really sure what they should target. Maybe we'll just target the warlord, because that's the only thing I'm really worried about. So we'll bring up the war dogs, and if we can target the warlord, we'll do that. I'm not really sure what's shooting at this chosen swordsman unit. It might have been the tower, it might have been one of my units. Not too sure. Looks like our chosen archer warband are trying to pursue again, but no need to do that. Just fire at whatever you can reach. Now, these war dogs are almost in position. We don't want them to fight the axemen. I mean, I guess we could. It wouldn't hurt to attack the axemen, but we're doing so much damage to them with our archers, I don't think we need to. Yeah, definitely fire at the barbarian warlord if you have a shot over here. That is high priority. And I'll go ahead and send in the war dogs on these axemen, just because they're so weak that they'll probably break. And then they'll just get run down nice and easy by the war dogs. Oh, actually, maybe even they might be able to get the warlord. It depends on who. I think they might have been released too early, so they're going to go for the axemen first. But that's all right. They'll just reassign to someone else once they've killed the axemen. So, yeah. Axemen are getting run down. They will probably break nice and quick. Yeah, we've lost a couple of war dogs. We will continue to lose more. But I'm going to actually tell the Warhound's unit itself to flee. That's what I always do to keep them safe, because it's the only way to guarantee that they actually leave. I'm going to use War Cry with my warband here, just in case they get charged by the Warlord. Doesn't look like they will. So we'll continue firing at this Warlord with my archers. And then I'll just tell them fire at will. Yeah, just fire at will. Over here, let's check on the dogs. They killed that first unit of axemen. This second unit of axemen is fighting valiantly, but I think we'll probably be able to just handle them. And now that the Warhound handlers are far enough away, they don't have to withdraw anymore. We haven't lost any of them. We still have 48. So I will tell them to just go over here, hang out with the Chosen Swordsman back here, and stay nice and safe. And it looks like our Warhounds are going to do Warhound on Warhound combat. Interesting matchup. Unreleased War Dogs and released War Dogs. This might actually go super well for us because it doesn't look like the enemy Warhound unit is fighting back. They're kind of just running. So I think this might be the best way to handle a War Dog unit. Just send other War Dogs on them. This is actually working super well. We've killed most of this unit. They might try to release the dogs. I'm not really sure what the plan is here. Probably shouldn't be shooting our war dogs, so let's tell everyone to stop firing. Stop firing. Come on, fire at will. Stop firing. And yep, this unit of war dogs has broken. I don't think they were able to release the dogs yet, so they'll get totally eaten up by my war dogs, and then they'll just reassign to something new. So now is a good time to get inside the city. Let's go ahead and drop the siege equipment with this heavy infantry. We'll go ahead and get our Chosen Swordsman inside the city. So 3 units right there. Get our general nearby. And then we'll get our Barbarian Noble Cavalry inside the city. And I wonder who the War Dogs will target next. Looks like maybe the General's unit. Not the best use of War Dogs, but honestly it will eat a couple of hit points off of the General's unit, so I'm alright with that. Actually, looks like they're doing really well against the Warlord's unit, so maybe not a bad use at all. And gives some cover for the Chosen Swordsman to push into the city, and Barbarian Noble Cavalry as well. So yeah, the Warlord's down to 74, and the unit is kind of split between the War Dogs over here and the troops coming into the city. Honestly, wouldn't be a bad time to just focus this Warlord, since half of the unit is distracted. Let's send the General into the city for moral support, and we'll have the Barbarian Noble Cavalry attack the Warlord. It looks like kind of from the back, which is perfect, because then the Chosen Swordsman can attack from the front. I want to make sure I don't lose any units of Chosen Swordsmen, but it looks like this is going very well. These Chosen Swordsmen are so tanky. I didn't even use Warcry, and they're just ripping through this Warlord's unit. So that was probably the best case scenario for dealing with this general. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, they're kind of confused because the unit itself is split. Maybe we just draw up here. Just draw up like that. That might be the best way to deal with the general's unit here. Our general, I'll draw up here just to make sure no one loses morale. And yeah, they're very confused because of what happened with the War Dogs. They don't really know what's going on. Let's just finish off the Warlord here with our Noble Cavalry. They're down to 19. Yeah, this went very poorly for them. 14. Not going well. Let's bring our Chosen Archer Warband inside the city. Same with our Archer Warband. We'll use them on the remaining War Dogs. Because, you know, no need to take casualties with our actual heavy cavalry here if we can avoid it. I believe the general himself is one of the last. Yeah, I think there are 2 in the general's unit. One of them is the general. It's kind of a sign of a coward, but he is hanging on over here with the doggies. And this is going to be a pretty brutal end of the battle, I think. Oh, so yeah, don't charge onto the plaza. Might have given an errant order to just charge onto the plaza with the Chosen Swordsman, but no, I don't want that. Let's get our Archer Warband run up here. And once they're all in position, they can get some shots in. Let's get our Chosen Archer Warband over here, because they should have a shot from over there. And then once everyone's in position, they actually all have a shot. So once they stop running, I will turn on Fire at Will. Are we good? Are we good? We're nearly good. Where's this unit? They're kind of just confused about their location. Go there. Perfect. And Fire at Will. And this will do great damage against the War Dogs because they've not released their dogs yet, so they'll take a lot of casualties. The general over here is making a run for it. Not sure you're going to make it far. Oh, wow. He's chunky. Okay, and they've released the dogs, so I don't want to lose too much in the way of archers here. So let's send in our cavalry and our heavy infantry. Yeah, not the best result. The general himself is charging the chosen archer warband. Okay, they cut him down. What a wild end of the battle. We'll go ahead and end the battle. We don't need to take any more casualties. This was a very clean battle. We took 44 casualties and killed 652 of the enemy. We healed some of our chosen swordsmen. Mainly we lost some archer warband just to the dogs. That's okay. Good start to the turn. And the capital of the Scythians is ours. Now, Campus Scythii, I could enslave, but culturally, we're not going to have a big penalty with the Scythians, or maybe any at all. And I don't want to make this too small of a city because it's already, looks like, about 7,400 population. I want to keep it exactly there. We're just going to occupy the city. And, yep, 7,400 population. We will go ahead and start training some troops. Looks like it's not a minor city yet. They just didn't purchase the High King's Hall. But I'll go ahead and do that for them. Let's take a look if we do have a culture penalty. Nope, no culture penalty because they are the same culture as us. So that's fantastic. And why can we retrain all these guys? Looks like we have a blacksmith here and a Grove of Koloksai, which is experience bonus to troops of +2. I wonder if we'll get any benefit from that. But yeah, I will absolutely go ahead and retrain all these troops just for any bonus to experience, any bonus to the strength of their weapons and armor because of the blacksmith. That is definitely welcome. So Campus Scythii was a pretty easy battle. The question now is what will happen with Captain Emenos. Will he counterattack against Campus Scythii, or will he retreat into his own territory, or will he come up to Porlisum? So we do have to worry about him because that's a very scary army, but we'll continue training some Chosen Archer Warband to defend Porlisum in case they do circle around and attack up here. And we got a new retinue for Skyluris, a famous warrior, my favorite retinue for +1 command, +1 morale. So that was definitely needed. He's a good general, but doesn't have very high stats. So we're working on him. He's getting a little bit better. And that's the last thing we can do this turn. Hopefully the Brutii do not take Thurman without being able to draw us into the battle. I want to be able to watch this battle to give a slight advantage to our allies, but we'll see what happens between turns. And yes, our spy is able to move south to Apollonia. It looks like there aren't too many troops around Apollonia, which is good. But yes, this is very exciting. We have the huge battle between the Greeks and the Brutii. So looks like the Greeks are starting this battle, so everyone gets pulled into it. Honestly, this is ideal. We're attacking the faction leader and a family member of the Brutii, their biggest army, probably anywhere. And we're drawing in Doros the Honest. Oh man, look at this guy. I love this guy. He's upright for +300% increase to cost to bribe, and +6 to law. Fanatically loyal for 400% increase to cost to bribe. This is crazy. I bet it would cost like over 1 million denarii to buy this guy, because those two traits are very rare to have together. He's excellent. I hope he survives the battle because he's doing really well for managing this city. But we'll see. I mean, the Romans brought a scary army. Let's go ahead and fight it out. I'm going to try my best to just skirt the battle, stay out of it, hopefully let my allies do most of the fighting, but I'll poke and prod here and there with my Scythians if I have to. So, very strange. I'm not used to being a reinforcing army, but we see our allies' army as the start. Just in the center here, by himself, and then all of the armies get pulled in. So, will reinforcements make it? Yes. So the Greeks have entered the battlefield. Let's check on my reinforcements. So I feel kind of exposed over here. For now, let's just get to safety. I'm going to pull back with my cavalry as they enter the battlefield. I don't want anyone to get sucked up in this fighting. I might join the battle later if it goes well, and I might help out. But for now, I just want to let the Greeks fight it out with the Romans. We will watch from a distance, and we'll see how they do before I commit to the battle. But we're going to get some shots on these Equites and this general as we just kind of skirt the battlefield with our Scythians, so we're helping out a little bit. But yeah, look at this huge army of the Greeks. lots of phalanxes, lots of cavalry. They brought some Cretans. So that's a nice, decent army. Where do we want to hang out? I don't really like hanging out on the low ground. I'm thinking just as close to the Greek reinforcements as possible. Let's get up on this bit of high ground, and we'll just stay with our Greek allies. Hopefully we don't get charged by all the Roman cavalry. So the original tiny little unit of Greeks that started the battle is completely run down by now. They were killed by some war dogs, but that's not really what this battle's about. It's about the reinforcements. So let's see how the reinforcements do now that they've arrived. We're safely behind them, so we can let them do the fighting. Again, they started this battle. I didn't, so I'm not really obligated to help them. I'll just kind of stay out of the way. I don't think I'm at any risk of disbanding my army if we lose this. I think we have a retreat square. I didn't check that before, which was a pretty bad idea. But I think we'll be alright. We're just going to let this battle play itself out. Let's speed things up a little bit. Looks like they're committing some militia cavalry to get some early kills in, which makes sense. We'll let them do their thing. Yep, they're killing some equites. That's going well. But yeah, look how strong this Brutii army is. Very scary stuff. But I definitely think I've given an advantage to my Greek allies by letting them fight it out in the field instead of an automatically resolved battle. I was going to say that, but what are you doing? Why are you charging with your general into the center of some Hastati? They're going to lose their general right here. They're going to lose the battle because of this, because they're going to lose all their morale when he gets encircled by these Hastati and killed. I was going to say, you know, because they're using phalanxes, phalanxes perform much better against Romans when fighting manually, but they already lost their general. He hasn't died yet. Yeah, okay, yeah, he has died, and the whole unit's broken. So that's not a great start for the Greeks. They've lost, I think that was, oh, that was the guy I really liked, the really good general. But they have had some success on this flank. They broke one unit of Hastati with a phalanx. And their phalanxes are positioned fairly well. The only thing is they're kind of outnumbered on the flank over here. The Roman general, 101 heavy cavalry is over here. But they have managed to break some equites. So if they don't lose all of their cavalry over here, they might do enough damage with their phalanxes in the center to win this battle. We'll just have to see. Okay, what is getting attacked? So I think their war dogs have targeted my warlord. I didn't realize that. Hopefully we're not taking too much damage. Let's just all target this unit of war dogs. Where is it? There we go. Everyone, kill these war dogs. We don't want to lose anyone. Alright. Okay, no. Do not charge into the battle. That was almost very bad. Looks like the battle's going okay. Let's check in on our allies. They've broken a lot of the center of the Roman army. We could send in our Scythians to help out a little bit. What are they firing at right now? What do we have a shot at? Oh, they're firing at some equites. That's good. Maybe, yeah. Well, oh, man. Another allied general's fallen. So if that wasn't the... Oh, the first one that died was the just the captain. But yeah, no, now the general I really like has died. But it looks like they're still winning the battle. I'll send in my Scythians just to get some free kills. And hopefully support our allies. They have a lot of phalanxes left, so they should win this pretty easily. But like over here, this is kind of a scary part of the battle. I'm not too sure this is going according to plan for them. Let's just get some shots into this mess over here if we can reach it. Yeah, don't overextend, but we do want to help out our allies. Yeah, okay, keep it moving. We don't want to get charged. Back up a little bit. Getting some shots in on the enemy general. I would love to kill this general. If we can kill any Brutii general that dies, that's good for me. Yeah, over here this unit will break for sure. The Greeks, they're doing kind of well, but they just turn their phalanxes the wrong direction and then everything goes poorly. So, I don't know. Oh, wow, we just completed the battle. Okay, continue. We're going to run down as many. We want to kill this general so badly. If anyone can land a hit on this general, that is the goal of this battle. Yeah, they managed to win it. See, I'm glad I came to support my allies. If this had been an auto-resolve, they definitely would have lost because the Romans just get the craziest auto-resolve odds. For some reason, they get so favored, especially in the early game with their Hastati. They just win everything if they auto-resolve. But, okay, where's that general? He's gone. Yeah, we're not going to catch him. Just try and get some kills, though. Run down some Hastati, maybe, if we can reach him. Yeah, there we go. Get some kills. Fantastic. Kill this guy. Yeah, woo. That was a glorious victory for the alliance of the Dacians and the Greeks. Screw you, Brutii. Don't come into our land. Alright, let's not go over there. We don't want to lose a general. Alright, so one enemy general died. Aulus Brutus, I think, was that their faction heir? I think it was Cornelius Brutus that was their faction heir or leader. I'm not sure which one died. But almost that entire army's dead. 600 left out of 2,400. That's a fantastic result. We didn't really lose anyone. Our allies lost a lot. They lost about 1,000 troops. But honestly, I'm okay with that because there are temporary allies. I love the Greeks. They've been great to me, but I don't delude myself into thinking that they're going to be allies with me forever. So I'm all right with them taking some casualties. Let's see what made it out of the battle. Not much. What is here? Is this the remnants of the Brutii army, or did they go up here? They probably... Oh, they might have disbanded. Because I don't know where they could have run to. It didn't tell me that the enemy army routed, but... Oh, here, I think it's up here. This is what's left. Cornelius Brutus, family member. So we killed the faction heir or faction leader, whoever it was. That's awesome. Yeah, we can't pursue immediately. So let's go ahead and besiege Larissa. While we're up here, we'll just use siege towers because that's the safest option. And we'll grab some mercenary hoplites. Larissa should be a fairly easy thing to take unless they have a big army down here, which they totally might. One of these cities may have a lot of troops in it. These are both Macedonian, but we're going to try and take Larissa. We might get it. I'm just very happy about that result. Good job, Greeks. You guys did well. We have a whole lot of buildings completed. In Porlisum, we have a blacksmith. So we're going to be training some better troops here. We'll go ahead and build a communal farming here. Just in case we get the plague, we don't want to have too low of a population growth rate in case we need to rebuild. And in Porlisum, let's continue building some more good troops. I want to build 1 unit of onagers. I just really want them. In Campus Yazigis, we have a market, so we can finally build some spies here. We'll build 1 spy for now, and then I'll fill up the queue of peasants again just to keep the population low for the plague. And we will build a blacksmith here in Campus Yazigis. It's going to be eventually a place for training troops. Unfortunately, not yet because we lost half our population, but at some point that will be what we do. In Segestigo, we have a meeting hall. And we're going to go straight for the Hall of Heroes. In 4 turns, we can build some Chosen Swordsmen in Segestigo, which will be very welcome now that we're at war with the Gauls and the Brutii on this front. In Byzantium, we have our High King's Hall, which means we have a minor city finally. And I think we want to go ahead and build a Hall of Heroes here, just in case we get attacked by some wild card. If Pontus invades us, or if the Greeks turn on us, we want to be able to defend Byzantium now that it's a minor city. In Bylazor, we have a market, so we could train spies here. I don't think we need one at this point because we already have one in Greece. We'll just ignore that because they do have a decent amount of upkeep. Upkeep of 100 per turn. I shouldn't be training too many of them because you can't just disband them. But I think that's all we want to build for now in Bylazor. We could build a tavern, but if we end up having a general here, tavern will be counterintuitive. So yeah, I think we'll just leave off Bylazor. No need to build a tavern there for now. Campus Scythii, we repaired a stockade, and we're still working on that High King's Hall, so we'll let that work. And we'll continue retraining all of the troops that we have in Campus Scythii. We'll build 1 more unit of barbarian cavalry just to help us out when we fight Captain Eminos, who seems to be beelining for Campus Scythii. So I think we know what their plan is. They want to take it back, which will be hard to defend against. But yeah, we're just going to have to find a way. And thanks to that blacksmith, our chosen swordsmen now have attack of 14. They have bronze swords, so that is very nice. Attack of 14, defense of 17. Looks great on them. Let's check out the progress of the plague. Still just Thessalonica and Campus Iazyges. Another 700 Dacians have died and another 109 soldiers, many of whom are the very good soldiers that we have in Thessalonica. So we will have to repair them at some point. That's a shame. We're going to keep building good troops in Thessalonica to be used against the Romans. I'm thinking we need some chosen swordsmen. We need some heavy infantry. Just because if we want to build an actual infantry army, including the chosen archer warband, some hoplites, and some chosen swordsmen, I think that would be a good thing to fight the Brutii with. We'll probably need that at some point, so let's go ahead and train that. And at this point, we can retrain this unit of archers since it's getting very weak. And then we'll go ahead and queue up more peasants to slow down the plague decimation in Thessalonica. Taking a look at our end of turn report, we lost 4,000 denarii that turn. We are losing so much money right now. We're already projected to lose 6,000 denarii next turn. So yeah, this is not going super well for us. We might have to make some course corrections here now that we're starting to lose money. We don't want to totally ruin our economy. Speaking of money, we're going to spend some more because Vetsina has arrived on the land of Apollonia, which means we should be able to build Cretans. No, they're not here. So maybe they snatched them up already, or someone else purchased Cretans somewhere in one of these regions. So we'll just buy some hoplites and send them back to Salona. I'm a little bit worried about these Brutii here. They have a lot of troops in our vicinity. Yeah, this is a little bit scary. Once we take Larissa, we probably will want to turn our attention to the Brutii. Let's continue sending down the 3 units of Scythian mercenaries that we got from Scythia. Send them down this direction. 3 more turns till they're kind of near the action, and they'll be able to be used against the Brutii. Now in Segestica, I'll go ahead and disband 1 more unit of peasants in the region of Salona just to get the population even a little bit higher. But we'll leave it for now. 2,500 is good population. It'll grow for itself for now. We want to make sure we have some population in Segestica because we will need to start training some troops here at some point pretty soon. Now, I think we need to make some tough decisions to save money because we are spending too much. So those onagers I really wanted, we're going to delay those in Portalism. We don't need them. Same thing with the blacksmith in Campus Iazyges. We don't even have enough population to be training troops in Campus Iazyges, so no point in spending money on a blacksmith. Byzantium, do we really need that Hall of Heroes? Maybe not. We're just going to delay that as well, and we'll delay in Tylus. No, we want the archery range in Tylus. That's worth having. Let's see what that does for our financial projection for next turn. Okay, we're still projected to lose 2.2 thousand. Anything we can do to fix this? I don't think we have anything else we can stop buying. I think we're just going to have to leave that there for now. At some point, we will maybe disband some troops. I think we've got a few too many troops. But yeah, maybe because of that, we should probably slow down on building new troops just until we decide who we're disbanding. It doesn't make sense to be training any troops at all unless we need them specifically. So let's hold off on training new troops. Honestly, we don't need this barbarian cavalry in Campus Scythii. We already have a great army here, so we'll stop that. And losing 1,200 denarii next turn, I'm okay with. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I can handle that. This army of cavalry is kind of the sacrificial lamb for Titus Brutus. You go ahead and take him. That's fine. Oh no, despicable treachery. What did we lose? What did we lose? I think that was my diplomat. Yeah, Dikomes, my diplomat, has been bribed by Brutii. So that's a shame. Not a great use of their money because I wasn't even using him, but okay, they took my diplomat. That's fine. I was really scared I lost like Skyles the Conqueror, or I was especially scared of losing these Scythian mercenaries. Speaking of, I should probably not send them next to this Roman diplomat. So let's take the long way. We'll go around the south bend to get to Thessalonica. Hopefully they can stay safe from any despicable diplomats. And as predicted, we lost about 1,600 denarii. Let's take a look at our financial projections for next turn. So currently we're projected to make 6,000. So that's good. We'll take a look at the progress of the plague. Looks like it's ended. Characters affected. Rolls? Rolles? Who's that? Is that a person? I don't know who Rolls is, but Rolls is sick. Just some guy. Oh, my spy. Oh, my spy is sick. That's kind of useful, actually. I might use that. Who do we want to slow down the growth of? Maybe the Germans. Let's go up to the Germans with this plague-ridden spy. And we're just going to get a couple of Germans sick. Because I just don't want to even know what they're up to. I want them to just be sick and slowly growing and never come to meet us. Rolls. That's an interesting name. I feel like I've never seen that name in Rome Total War. Rolls, you're going to be our plague rat. Have fun. But yeah, good news. The plague is over. So we can stop with this weird peasant spam. And our population goes back up pretty high at Campus Yazigis. That's actually not bad. We didn't lose too many people. And same thing in Thessalonica. And that helps out a lot with our population. We can go ahead and check our financial situation. We're actually making, I think, another 2,000 denarii because we're adding some population to the tax pool. And also we're not paying for training those peasants. So I'm glad we can finally do that. Let's send this unit of barbarian cavalry that we had as just kind of a spy. We'll just send them back to Thessalonica. No need to really use them for anything. And we want to keep an eye on the Brutii, especially Aemilius Brutus here and Captain Valerius. They've got some really scary armies. Could definitely take Bilazora or Thessalonica in a fight. Maybe not Thessalonica, but definitely Bilazora. So we need to be careful about that. We'll bring Vecina back to Salona. And it looks like in Salona, we've completed a warlord's hold. So this is finally a large town, which means we could build a port. Let's see how much that would be worth. Oh, that'd be worth 300 a turn almost. But I think first we should build a stockade, maybe a practice range. We want to make sure we have some defenses for Salona because it will probably be attacked very soon. So we'll go ahead and build a stockade for Salona. And in Thessalonica, we have communal farming. So we could build a market, we could build a blacksmith. We're going to hold off on building anything for now in Thessalonica, just because we don't have the most money right now. We want to make sure our financial situation recovers before we spend any more money on upgrades that we don't really need. And let's take a look at our faction announcements. Kotoso was married. Let's see if he got anything to do with that. No like wife above reproach or anything. But he's actually looking pretty good. Placid's fine. It's not great, but it's not a horrible thing. +1 command, +1 morale from Bloody is good. War Chief is good. He's doing all right. We have a new family member, Denister. Denister, that's a fun name. And Denester's a baby boy, so Denister will be... Or is that a baby girl? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read the little things. I think that means... I think these are the girls and these are the boys. So Denister will be one of our generals eventually, I think. Over here by Larissa, we have a very interesting situation where they brought a lot of reinforcements. Captain Crateros brought a tiny little army, and Aristoxenus of Enna brought a huge army of reinforcements to relieve Larissa. But I don't think they got there in time. Wait. When did the Brutii get Thurman? Oh, they bribed Thurman! Are you kidding me? I'm not allowing that. I'm sending one of my generals to go take Thurman. That's mine now. I hate the Romans. They have too much money and they don't know what to do with it. So they just bribe everything. So hopefully Duras is not bribable. I cannot believe these Romans. They're so despicable. I hate them. All right, we're going to build as much as we can train in Thurman. I know it brings it down to 400 population, but I need public order here and I need troops. So we're going to build some Folksmen and some Archer Warband in Thurman, and we just got a city for free. Unfortunately, that means that we just lost all of our Greek allies in this part of the world, so we are now alone fighting the Brutii. So what I was saying is I'm going to take Larissa, and I think I still will this turn, because I don't think Aristoxenus of Enna will be able to join the battle. After that, I don't know what's going to happen, because we're now very surrounded on all sides. This is a little bit nerve-wracking. It would be nice if our Scythian horse archers could arrive now. That would be great. So the last thing we'll do this part is we want to take Larissa off the Macedonians as quickly as possible. Let's see if we were to attack right now, who would be drawn into the battle? Just Gyras inside the city and Captain Krateros outside the city. I think we can take that. Captain Krateros will be no problem at all. Gyras is a lot of heavy cavalry. He's very good. And he has 2 full units of levy pikemen, so that will definitely be difficult. But I think we can handle this. The main thing we want to do is make sure we prevent the reinforcements from entering the battle, and they'll be attacking from the east. So let's go ahead and get this started. So let's go ahead and start deployment. It's pretty simple for this battle. We need the mercenary hoplites to take the walls with their siege tower, and we want our Scythian mercenaries and our generals unit to intercept the reinforcements coming from the east. So let's just set our Scythians up like so, and we'll keep our heavy cavalry nearby as well to assist with cleaning up whoever shows up here. Let's go ahead and start the battle. And let's take off fire at will. We want to specifically fire at the levy pikemen only. Get some shots in on them. And let's go ahead and get our mercenary hoplites to take the walls. Hopefully no one is on the walls. Looks like no one's on the walls over here, but these pikemen may respond pretty quickly. So let's see, how are we doing over here? We're getting some damage into these levy pikemen. They're just kind of standing around. They don't really know what to do, which is good for me. Let's get our heavy cavalry deployed. And we want to prevent these peltasts from doing any damage to our Scythians, so we want to kind of stay on the move, make sure we don't take any unnecessary casualties. We will definitely need our ammunition with these Scythian mercenaries to deal with the troops inside the city. Now, of these levy pikemen, only 132 remain, so they're already very much weakened. Let's see if we can kill these peltasts, since they've overextended a little bit. If they break, that is all I need. Perfect. They've broken. We'll clean them up as they flee towards the city. Let's just tell these Scythians to not use any of their ammunition. We'll just have them clean up the peltasts with melee fighting. And then we can go ahead and surround the last remaining unit of reinforcements, the levy pikemen that have been weakened so heavily by our Scythians. Let's go ahead and get our 2 generals units on this side of the pikemen. Oh no, it looks like they're changing their mind about where they want to go. So we're just gonna work on encircling them without taking any unnecessary casualties. And these levy pikemen are facing the wrong direction. I think we can go ahead and charge in. We will use rally troops to keep our general safe. And yep, we'll just run them down. Oh, looks like we forgot to kill these peltasts. That's a shame. I thought I had told them to do that, but they didn't manage to do it. We're not going to risk taking any damage from the towers. Those peltasts are not a big deal. Let's run down these levy pikemen, though. We will run them down with our Scythians. Yeah, it looks like no one really wants to follow instructions. There we go. Okay. So this unit of levy pikemen's dead. That is what I was mostly worried about in this battle. Levy pikemen inside the city and outside the city. So we killed 1 unit from outside the city. That's a good start. Let's get our cavalry to return to the front gate where our militia hoplites are climbing the walls right now. And we'll just circle around the city. We want to avoid the towers, don't want to take any unnecessary casualties. And our hoplites are nearly up the walls. Almost done. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Continue moving our cavalry around. Let's go up here, like maybe right here. That's perfect. And then our hoplites are nearly up the walls. We'll take the main gates. And we should get a reaction out of the guardians on the gate over here, but they have not reacted yet. So that's good for me. I'll take it. We'll take the front gate. We'll take this tower. And then we can go ahead and send everyone inside the city. We've taken these towers, so we're nice and safe to bring our cavalry up. Let's grab this tower. We'll grab the next tower. We just want to get as many towers as possible, so if anyone runs through the city trying to get to our troops, they will get shot by a bunch of towers. So keep sending the hoplites around. And let's go ahead and send this weakest unit of Scythians over here to just start getting some shots in on these levy pikemen that started on the walls. So go ahead and fire at will, and we're going to enable skirmish mode. We're just going to let them get some shots in on these levy pikemen. What are we taking damage from over here? Why are we taking damage? Oh, this tower. Oh, no. All right, guys, get out of the way of that tower. Get on this plaza here. I forgot to turn the tower directly to the side over here, so we lost some Scythians. That's a real shame. But we'll get some kills with these Scythians in the meantime on these levy pikemen. And we can actually bring our mercenary hoplites all the way over here to turn this tower. And we'll get some more damage in on these levy pikemen that way. We want to keep an eye on the city center if the, I think it's 100 heavy cavalry were to march off the city center. We definitely want to be aware of that. We're just turning the important towers on this wall. And we do have a safe route directly to the city center here. So let's go ahead and set up our heavy cavalry here in case we get charged. And we'll set up our 2 units of Scythians right here. Just right here. And we can go ahead and continue sending around the hoplites, just turning these towers. We want to have multiple routes to the city center. And I'm going to go ahead and send over these Scythians in this direction. We won't make them run just because the militia hoplites haven't turned this tower yet. But they'll get over here and try and get some shots in on the people in the city center. Come on, go ahead and turn this tower. All right, we've turned this tower. And so we can go ahead and bring our Scythians over. Hopefully some Macedonians come this way and get shot by the tower as well. Do we have shots on anyone? Yes, we do. We're getting some shots in on, looks like these Peltas. We're being charged by the general's bodyguard, so we're going to slow things down a little bit. We don't want to lose these Scythians. But yeah, if we could just get some shots in on the general's bodyguard, that is ideal. All right, keep it moving. We'll turn off skirmish mode so we can control the movement of my Scythians. Get over this way. Come on. Just retreat, and they're going to get shot all along this route. Then we can actually charge into this general's bodyguard unit with my general's units over here because we do outnumber them. I would love to fight them right here under this tower because they'll take damage from the tower. So we're going to send in our general's units. Use rally troops at the last moment. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of fleeing, kind of not. I'm not sure if they know what they want to do here. We did take some casualties with our Scythians, but I think it was worth it. Definitely worth it. Because now we've gotten them stuck into a fight under this tower. They're just going to take damage from the tower the whole time. So I think we can win this. We may lose a general or two. Hopefully not, but we will have to see. They're down to 52. They've lost their general. They're shaken, so yeah, this is not going well for them. They're taking a lot of damage here. They're down to 28. That was a very good result for me. So with that unit very much weakened, we're a lot safer to use our Scythian mercenaries over here. We'll turn them to fire at will, and we want to get some shots in on the levy pikemen at the city center. So we're just going to get them in range, get all these units of Scythians in range. Perfect, they're in range now. Go ahead and start firing. So they're firing at the Peltas first. And we can go ahead and get these hoplites off the walls. We don't need them up there anymore. We've already turned the towers we wanted to turn. But our archers are getting started on these Peltas. I mean, we could probably just run these Peltas down. They're very weak. That might honestly be best. Yeah, we'll run them down just because they're wavering. Shouldn't be hard to beat them. Yep. And once they're dead, I mean, really we have nothing to worry about because they're the only missiles left in the city. So, perfect. All right, what's happening over here? Oh, you're still chasing. Okay, that's fine. Just get some shots in on whatever you can reach. We'll get these Scythians up here. Just get them all in range. We want everyone to have shots on the levy pikemen. Perfect. And everyone should be skirmishing. I didn't tell that unit to skirmish, so we lost 8 Scythians. It's all right. We have a lot of Scythian reinforcements coming soon, so it's not the worst result. And we want to... Hopefully everyone flees in a natural pattern. Doesn't get caught up by phalanxes, but they usually don't. They're usually very bad at fleeing, so I think we might get caught up slightly. But if we can get another charge in on the general's unit with my heavy cavalry, that would be ideal. Looks like we might get a chance to do that right now. They've broken. Levy pikemen are shaken, but they haven't broken yet. I'm actually going to send the Scythians around the city because they had a better shot from the other angle. So no reason to send them in through the front here. I don't think that's their best chance at doing damage. So let's send them over here, send them right here, and we'll do some damage to this unit of Levy pikemen from over here. And they have the protection of our militia hoplites, so they should be perfectly safe right here. We'll just fire off as many arrows as we can. Looks like we have a shot on the general's unit. They're charging directly into the front of the prepared hoplites. They just don't have the strength for this, so that didn't go well for them. We took some casualties, but nothing too bad. And we're going to continue to fire into these Levy pikemen. They're taking a lot of casualties. They break every now and then and take even more casualties, so definitely is not going well for them. They're wavering. They're down to 186. And yeah, every time they break, they're just taking extra damage from the archers. So really a bad cycle they're in right here. They march off. They waver. They break. They take casualties, and then they retreat. So yeah, not going well for them. We still have 173 Levy pikemen over here that we're going to have to deal with. So that won't be nothing. That will be a little bit difficult. But we're just working on them nice and slow. Going to keep this cycle going. And it looks like they are really trying to commit to this weird strategy. I don't really get it. But at this point, we have only killed 74% of the enemy, so they still have much of their original strength. We just don't have any heavy infantry, really. I mean, this unit of mercenary hoplites is okay, but it won't do well against pikemen, so we want to get as many kills as possible right now. I'm going to send one of my warlords up here, the weakest one, the one I care about the least, and I might have him just kind of charge into the rear of these pikemen. Just because they're facing the wrong direction, there aren't many of them left. Let's get out of here, but yeah, that's good damage. Get out of there. And then hopefully these Scythians can deal damage to these Levy pikemen over here. Oh, we did lose a general. Sorry. We lost a general, but I'm not too concerned about that general. That's not a horrible result. If these guys break, that would be fantastic. They're wavering. They're broken. Okay. Now they're in the cycle as well. I think that was worth losing a general over. And we now have a unit of cavalry that we can use without any fear because it's, well, you know, we already lost a general. So it's just a unit of cavalry that will disband at the end of this battle. So may as well use it. We're just going to attack. Get out. Back up. Attack. And they'll break. And yeah. Nice and easy. Just run them down. Yeah, kind of a shame. Definitely was not my goal to lose a general in this battle. I didn't think I would, but it happens that way when you fight pikemen with cavalry. Just you lose them every now and then. But all right, we killed 460. We took another city off the Macedonians, and we pushed them even further south into Greece. So I'm happy to take Larissa. The question is, do we enslave, occupy, or exterminate? At this point, I think, ooh, interesting question. If we exterminate, then we kill 75% of the enemy, which is 10,000. So population's around 13, 14,000. If we enslave, it'll be down to like exactly where we want it. But some other city will get a huge rush of population. Which city would that be? Would that just be Segestica? Segestica would become huge. And Salona, though. Actually, that would be good. I'm going to enslave Larissa. And then, oh, this is perfect. It sends the population to Thermon, Salona, and Segestica. That's fantastic. I'm very happy with that. We just need to make sure we don't lose these cities now from rioting, and I think that that will have been very worth it. So in Thermon, yeah, that's not quite enough. Hopefully we are over the, I think, 75% threshold next turn. In Thermon, in Larissa, how are things doing? So we can get everyone a little bit happier. We'll build some barbarian noble cavalry and a bunch of peasants. That gets public order in check. And then can we build any mercenaries here? Can you build a unit of mercenary peltas? They can't make it quite to Thermon. Let's send Perpetua to Thermon. That might help a little bit. All right, we're working on it. Not quite there. I'm a little worried if Larissa gets attacked by Aristocrates of Anna. But we'll deal with that when he comes. Yikes. We'll go ahead and build a practice range here because we will need to train some more troops in Larissa for sure. And could we send anyone to reinforce Larissa? Not quite. We'll send a few units out in the field. So maybe next turn they could reinforce Larissa. But also they could, still flee if they're attacked by the Macedonians. But yeah, Larissa's a little bit exposed right now with our beloved Scythii the Conqueror. So that's a little bit worrisome. But we're just a few turns away from having reinforcements from the north. So if we can hold on for just a few turns, everything will become a lot more solidified. Now, I'm very sorry to the family of Venkaslak. Venkaslak, he just joined the family. He was quite good, but he died a hero's death outside of Larissa. So, bit of a shame. Or inside of Larissa, I guess. But yeah, he was a new general. We hadn't fully integrated him into the workplace environment yet. So I guess if any of them were to die, that's the best one. But yeah, still a bit of a shame. Rest in peace to him. But this has been a very productive part. We've taken Larissa and Thurman. So, I mean, this is looking like a nice little empire now. We have 13 regions controlled. We are very profitable at the end of this turn. 6,000 denarii in profits projected for next turn. I'm quite happy with this. Let's go ahead and build a tavern in Thurman. No, I promise never to build a tavern. We'll build a market just because we got a slight boost to our happiness. Just enough to keep this place from rebelling. I'm not sure why that was what did it. I actually don't even need to build it for the public order to be higher. I don't really know what's going on, but Thurman is under control somewhat. We took some good conquests this part. Next time, we will continue to hopefully deal blows against the Macedonians. Looks like the Greeks have mustered some strength, so hopefully they can kind of deal a counterattack against Corinth or Athens. That would be really nice. Then we need to deal with the Brutii. Ooh, that scares me, but we've got a strong economy. We have a strong army. We just need to kind of centralize it. And yeah, I think we are on the verge of some great things. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this part and have a great day. Bye-bye.